Anyway, always lie to your wife. That's Jaby's advice. But not for like anything fucked up. Just like, does that woman look hotter than me? Fuck no!
Okay.
No! No! Your 300 pounds is so much hotter than her 120 pounds. Like, that's a good lie. Even though it's bullshit. Hello people, I'm Jaby Koay. Joining us is, I keep wanting to say Chara Kirk. Oh my god, why is that happening? Like, you have the same like aura as a Chara or something. It's a Hoppa thing. Joining us is Nicole LEMOINE. We're going to look at Stephen Fry on Russell Brand. This is from Oxford Union's YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, Stephen Fry is like one of the most popular men, if not the most popular man in all of the UK. Fun fact, he voiced the narration for the Harry Potter books.
Oh.
Yeah, he did all the Harry Potter books. I will listen to one of them, but he won an award for like the most variety of voices in a single Harry Potter book. I think it was like book 3 or book 4 or something like that. But yeah, he's a very, very talented feller. If you don't know who Russell Brand is, you want to say who Russell Brand is?
A comedian turned activist.
Yeah, comedian. That's a very good way to put it.
Also ex-husband to Katy Perry.
He became like crazy spiritual and like some kind of, not religious, but super, super spiritual, and motivational speaker-ish. Yeah, let's just watch the video and see what Stephen Fry has to say about him.
Do you feel that you've been replaced as the nation's forefront pop intellectual by Russell Brand?
I love that he thinks it's so funny.
God, I hope so. It's a burden I'm very happy for him to take up. He's a perfectly brilliant individual in terms his articulacy, his passion is fantastic. Of course, it runs away with him just as my own and everybody else's. I'm always getting myself into trouble for saying too much. I'm always shooting my mouth off, some people would say, but I'm honest. If someone asks me a question, I tend to answer it, which in our culture is regarded as a perfectly improper thing to do, or to tell the truth, which again is increasingly regarded as a very improper thing to do. What used to be considered a moral Christian society, telling the truth, is one of the most deadly sins we have. And I think Russell does that. He also over-eggs it beautifully. There was a very funny tweet. I mean, we can all say things that can appear daft. He said, "I urge you not to pay your taxes. Amazon, come on, pay your taxes." Russell, problem here? And there was a tweet. so I can see what they mean, but I think his instincts are terrific. Everything needs a good shake-up. I'm trying not to be patronising about that. Everything does need to be shaken up. And he is right in saying it's not my job to do it, it's everybody's. That's the point of democracy. Democracy can be greatly disliked by politicians because it's immensely inconvenient. It is, after all, the Greek for mob rule, really. And we don't have enough of it. But mob rule is very dangerous as well. And I think he's a terrific guy, and I like him very much. He's immensely warm. He has an extraordinary ability to look people deep into the eyes, such as they melt like a chocolate put in front of a fire. I mean, he really has. It's quite those brown eyes just gaze through at people, and he just sort of squats and goes, "Yeah," and you kind of go, "Yeah," yeah. But he's welcome to the position. I didn't realise it was quite existed, but if it is an official position, I would vote for him in a heartbeat. He's a good man.
Wow. I liked what he had to say there about telling the truth. I feel like that's very true in LA.
Or in all of America.
I think that some places are pretty brutally honest. We just don't agree. We just don't agree with them. We just don't like what they have to say. But I'd rather people tell the truth and we discuss that truth rather than people kind of beating around the bush and not being straightforward about their feelings. I've gotten in trouble so many times for being straightforward about my feelings. I remember back in, this is gonna be a little fun bit. Back in college, I was taking a theater class and I got assigned this partner. I think her name was Natalie. I can't remember. Her name's Natalie for the sake of this conversation. And what happened was the teacher assigned us a scene and, oh no, she didn't even assign us a scene. Natalie picked out a scene. It was a good scene. And what happened was she cut it off before the end of the scene. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, there's more here, otherwise it's incomplete. And she goes, well, I have like 6 other classes. I can't do this. I can't do this scene. I can't do the whole thing. I can only do up to here. I'm like, so I'm being punished because you've got other things going on. So I don't get to have a whole thing. And I tried to like nudge her, right? And then I tried to get my best friend, Tim, he was my best friend at the time. I was trying to get him to like kind of coerce her into like, you know, doing the rest of it. So he's like, I'll just watch you guys do it. I won't pretend that we didn't have this conversation about you being pissed at her. So he watches us do it. He goes, is this the whole scene? And she knew what was up immediately. She goes, I'm not doing the whole scene. I've got 6 other classes. I got too much to study. And then we did it in front of the teacher, and she said the exact same thing as Tim. And she just refused. And I was pissed. Because I'm like, you're messing up my scene. Like, I don't get to have my whole thing. So I went home, and I wrote a 9-page letter.
That's some passion.
I was so angry. I wrote this 9-page letter. And inside the letter, I said something to the effect of, you're going to say that I'm wrong, and I don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't know you. But this is what I'm getting, and you are a selfish human being. Like, and so I gave her the letter, and she calls me up that night, and she goes, you don't know me. She like to a T, she said all the things I predicted in the letter. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I wrote in the, and I was calm. And she's like, we don't have to do the scene. Okay, we don't have to do it. And then she like dropped out of the class. But my point is like.
And you lost your scene partner.
Yeah, I had to get a new scene partner. Well, the teacher tried to make amends and have us do a different scene from the Crucible, and then she dropped out. So I did the Crucible with someone else. But my point is that I always try my best to be honest and straightforward, and it's gotten me in trouble with a lot of people because I don't have a filter, or I used to not have a filter.
Yeah. You have that high level of passion that might be seen in Russell Brand.
Yes.
That also makes women melt too, right?
Yes, with my saucy brown eyes.
I think that is interesting, though, what you talked about with truth. And in LA, a lot of people beat around the bush instead of just saying, oh, do you want to rent this apartment?
Yeah.
Or watch my cat.
What? What? Yeah. What have you gone through?
Random things. Instead of asking, like, you know, can I have you house sit for me?
Yeah.
So you can watch my cat.
Yeah. What do they say to you?
They'll say, I have so many other things going on, but maybe I'll feed your cat. I don't know.
Okay.
That's a random.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The lack of willingness to commit to a situation.
Yeah, and it's also the roundabout way of even asking a question. Like even the way we ask questions is different than being direct in order to pull that truth out.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because we're so afraid of offending everybody,
yes.
Especially in today's age. It's like, it's so hard to not offend people that I just assume I'm offending people all the time now. I just say, forget it, like, whatever. I'm just going to say what I'm saying, and it's going to offend somebody at some point, and I can't help that. You know, what are you going to do? Well, it's like, fuck it. What are you going to do?
Apologize later.
Yeah, but even, why? Why? Just because you're saying what's on your mind? Like, if you're not saying something that's, like, overtly racist or sexist or something that's an ist of some kind that's in the negative territory, like, why? You're just expressing what you're feeling, like, you know what I mean? Or sometimes you're joking. Like, people are so afraid of everybody now, and I hope this, like, kind of has a rubber band effect, because we're so, like, PC and afraid to express ourselves. I hope it has a rubber band effect where it just snaps and everyone just starts saying the truth all the time.
I don't know,
you know?
If you want that.
I would. I'd love that.
Really?
I was telling Achara last night, I bet that the divorce rate would be so much higher if we had telepathy.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. That's immediately what I thought about when you said if everyone could tell their truth all the time.
Yeah.
That I immediately thought about people spouting off whatever was in their minds, and then I saw Mel Gibson reading all these people.
How did you get there?
Well, because I was thinking about the movie that he did.
I was sorry. I went to a different place. I didn't know you were talking about what women want.
That's the movie.
I didn't know that's what you were going for. I thought you were just literally talking about Mel Gibson going on his like one of his drunken rants back in the day.
That would be like his truth, right? And it got him into trouble.
That's it. I don't know. Like, Mel Gibson's a funny character. Like, it seems like he's tried so hard to reform that I don't know what his truth is anymore. It seems like he's trying to be a better person.
His truth is untrustworthy.
I don't think anyone's truth is fully trustworthy. It's about how we like dictate ourselves and how we handle ourselves, handle our lies, ultimately. No, I'm a firm believer in lying when necessary. No, don't get me wrong, but I don't think we should be afraid of the truth. That's the thing. It's like, it's a fine line that you
It
walk.
is a fine
The only
line.
person I think you should lie to, honestly, is your wife or your husband. And I'm being dead serious. I think that's the only person you should lie to. Like, there's this notion.
That's why I'm married.
Yeah,
and
there's
he's
this.
not.
Hey, I came close like 5 times. So there's this notion that
And then he told his truth.
Yeah. Look, there's this notion that your husband or wife is the one person that you should always be honest with, and I think that's a lie. Like, that's a lie. Your husband or wife, like, you want to keep
disagree
that.
completely.
You want to keep that relationship for as long as possible.
And that's why communication is key. And
Communication with lies sustains your marriage forever and ever.
no, I disagree completely. I think it's important to tell your love of the truth. Whatever is on your mind. Oh, I'm getting all froggy too.
Froggy? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I got all froggy for a second. And sentimental.
Yeah. Anyway, always lie to your wife. That's Jaby's advice. But not for like anything fucked up. Just like, does that woman look hotter than me? No.
Okay.
No. Your 300 pounds is so much hotter
God.
than her 120 pounds. Like, that's a good lie, even though it's bullshit.
For you.
I remember, like, okay, look. This is getting into a weird place, but
It is.
I was in the back of a Japanese video store. You know what the back of a Japanese video store is, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was in the back of a Japanese video store with my girlfriend at the time, and wow, this is the second time she's coming up today. And it was, it's a bunch of porno videos, and the first thing she does is she goes, "Is she hotter than me?"
Oh, no.
And I'm like, damn, bitch. Like, now what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say to you? If I say no, I'm lying. If I say yes, I'm an asshole.
You could say something like, you would look great in that outfit.
Then she pushes the question. She goes, well, I'm gonna answer the fucking question. Yeah, thanks. Now, is she hotter than me? Like, if she pushes the question, I'm stuck.
For the record, I never ask those questions.
I know, but you're a unique person. There's a lot of chicks out there who ask
Don't
that
ask those
question.
questions.
Like, and it's not, it's a human ego thing. You want to know, and so the perfect thing to do in that instance is lie. But all other instances, tell the truth. Like,
Yeah, okay.
do my feet stink? Yes, they're horrible. Wash them shits. I don't know. Okay, anyway, that was fun. Tell the truth when it suits you, but don't beat around the bush. And lie whenever it's your wife.
And maybe, like Russell Brand, look deeply into your eyes.
Yes. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Russell Brand.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, this. The moral compass of this conversation has shifted many times. All thanks to me and my confusing efforts here. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully this was amusing at least a little bit. And yeah, take whatever truths you want from this video. And let us know in the comments how you feel about lying and versus telling the truth, and in which instances you should do it. Check out Nicole LeMoine on the social media. Always tell her the truth. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out her other reactions, reviews.
Actually, lie to me.
Short films and video games. See? All right. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Nicole LeMoine.
Peace out.